Good morning, YouTube. Man, Joe K coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I was just up this morning looking on my Twitter and Taiwan Woodley, or as we like to call him, Taiwan Woodley, posted this little story on Twitter, and this really touches to me because as I've talked about before on live streams and on my videos that I take care of my mother. My mother, she's 78 years old. She used to always be strong woman. I mean, my mother could do anything. I mean, she give you, if she could, she give you her left arm or her right arm if you need it. And I do this because the fact is I love my mother and I would like her. I wish she could be who she was before, but she's not. And then she has in the past she had a series of seizures, and she also had a stroke. And also she has some effects. Her mind is not like it used to be. Sometimes she remembers things that never happened, or sometimes she's a loss of time or data like that. But she's still, in a way, still the same person, but it's just not like it used to be. But I do this because I care, and she did it for me. Because there were times I went through some stuff, and she stand by me and my brothers and sisters and anybody else. But this story I just saw on Twitter, and Taiwan posted it, and it is a story. These three let me use this word frankly, bitches were caretakers at an assisted living facility, and they decided to start basically we say it, a fight club for old people. Most of the patients were patients who had dementia and Alzheimer's. As you know, dementia is it's just where your mind is just deteriorating. You're never really the same. Sometimes you even revert back to childhood. You can be like almost childish in some ways, you know. But these ladies, like I would say, was arrested for running an elder fight club. Okay. Now let me go with the story here. 3 North Carolina caretakers were arrested and charged with assaulting a person with a disability during an investigation. It was discovered they were running an elderly fight club with patients who had dementia. 20-year-old Yvonne Tyson, 26-year-old Deshaun Jordan, and 13-year-old Marilyn McKee worked at the Danby House in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, where I live I'm a good distance from Winston-Salem, but you know what? It's not that far because I'm Facebook, YouTube, I'm from North Carolina, and Winston-Salem is a good hot skip and jump for where I stay at. If you hit 501, you won't be long before you get there. An assisted living facility, Danby House, for patients with Alzheimer's. In June, the police were getting reports that fights were being staged in the facility. Local Winston police obtained videos of the fights where all the women were egging on patients. In one of the videos, there were 2 patients who were in their 70s that fought each other. Kind of, we just had basically a little argument, like between who pudding or whatever else, or like that. The employees encouraged one patient to hit the other in the face. No injuries were reported from the fights. Because of this, the state's Department of Health and Human Services has barred Danby House from accepting new patients. All 3 caretakers were fired in June because of this. The Health and Human Services Department is currently now implementing new protocols for incoming workers and current workers. A rigorous vetting process for the new and current workers will be applied, but for now, they're not taking any new patients, and any patients they have are mostly probably being taken out of the house. Now, folks, this does not make no damn sense. These are people who are not in the best shape in their lives, mentally or physically. And these, I'm not gonna call them women, these piece of shit from hell make them fight each other. What in the hell? This is somebody's mother, father, grandmother, grandfathers, your auntie, your uncle, they making them fight like they're animals. It's not right. It don't make no damn sense. This is why my mother was going through her rehab. She was in a facility. It was the second one she was in. And I used to go visit her because one time I wasn't working, I was in between jobs, and I go visit her. One day she was sitting in a wheelchair, and there was a lady from the room across her. They had to put this woman like in a bed and had to tie her down because she would wake up hollering and screaming. And my mom was sitting in the wheelchair just looking at her. And my mom said, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I don't really have a real job right now. I was working my little club job. And that was at night. So I said, well, you know what? Well, come home. I know several people like my man Dennis Espinosa. His mother's in an assisted living facility, and he often takes care of us. We talk about that on when we do companies work, and I might talk to him about it tonight because this is something we both can probably understand. But it's just like this. Understand that it's a lot of stress for some people to take care of your elderly parents or a family member or something like that. It is. It's hard, for you to do for somebody else, but you know what? You should do it. If anything, what you got to think about what they did for you. They fed you, took care of you. When you were sick, when you were down, they were there for you. And you should be there for them. Now, if you can afford something like that, cool. But you know what? Always check. Make sure this is a good place they can go to. Go there just surprise them. Don't announce yourself. Just walk in. Just walk around. Just check it out. Really research any of these facilities before you decide to put your parents or your family members into a place like that. Because people like these are borderline predators. They're worse than child molesters, rapists, any kind of animal like that abuse the elderly. These are animals. And the sad part about it, they have to be black. No. I know people, I don't like to use this word, but I'm going to use it. They're niggas. There's black folks, like my man Chris Rock says, there's black folks and there's niggas. And these are niggas. It's a bad word to say. I shouldn't say it, but you know what? I'm going to be truthful. These are niggas. And they're not worse than they bitch niggas. And whatever they get, they deserve. What they did was wrong. It is awful. I mean, you got to look yourself in the mirror and you must be a sick, twisted fuck to do something like this. But you know what? As long as my mom is living and as long as I'm living, she has a home. In my mindset, if something happened to me, I don't think my family members will be as diligent in taking care of her, but I can understand. You have your lives or whatever, but still, this is your mother. You should do the best you can for her because she did for you. So out there, anybody, you have a family member like your mother, your aunts, your uncle, your father, great-grandma, grandma, anybody who's going through that, give them some sympathy, give some understanding. I know sometimes it can be stressful, sometimes it maybe pull you into some place, but sometimes you got to step back and take a breath and realize that all what they did for me when I was coming up, I should do for them. This is your man, George Page. Like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.